Okay, welcome also on the video for the question and answer session. So I have one question in the discussion forum already. I better also answer that. So yeah, the question is, will the exam be the full 2 hours from 1 to 3, or is it only 1.5 hours? It will be the full 2 hours from 1 to 3. Okay. I just answer that. Any other questions? So feel free to ask anything. It doesn't have to be on the lecture from the last 2 lectures. It can also be something more general. I will have another meeting, another session on Thursday and another session on Tuesday to revise on the exam, the material for the exam, to give you a chance to ask questions. Yeah, so the question is there going to be one exercise we won't have to do in the exam like last semester? Yeah, the answer is like it's the same format. So we will again have question 1 will have about 10, but I don't know if it's exactly the same format, but about 10 short questions with sort of general understanding questions worth 2 marks each, and then we will have 4 more longer questions that are building up from easy parts to harder parts at the end and unseen parts at the end. And there will be 4 for which, and you have to do 3 out of 4. So for those who have not been in my classes before, I usually set 4 longer questions. You can choose to do all 4 if you have the time, but only the best 3 count. So if you want, you can try to do all 4 and hope to get more marks that way, but I would always advise you to first do the questions you feel the strongest about, because you might run out of time for the last question. It's usually set up so that you can do the general question 1 plus 3 questions easily in the time allotted. But that means that often people can also do a 4th question. Okay, any questions especially to the final element method, which was the lectures last week, I guess, or to any other part of the course? Nope. Have a look at the YouTube channel, how much people have watched. Oh, I just realized I have not made the video yet available. Okay, better do that now. So I have actually recorded the video for this week, and I thought I had uploaded it, but I stopped halfway. Okay, so video 25 should now be online too. that's the last bit of the examinable material now. Is there a question? Let's see. Okay, do we need to know special methods like the Adams method by heart for the exam? No, no. So I'm not a big fan of learning things by heart, and certainly I wouldn't be able to recount the Adams method by heart. I mean, there will be simpler ones like I don't know, Crank-Nicholson or implicit Euler, where I do assume that you know them by heart, but not Adams, for example. What kind of questions can we expect regarding symplectic integration systems? Well, I guess general understanding questions can be anything from that section. There we go. And then I don't know if there was any exercise in on the problem sheet. Oh, here it starts. So yeah, I could ask you to derive the Lagrangian for the pendulum problem, or what are the Lagrange, what are the Hamiltonian, what are Hamilton's equations? This link between Lagrange formulation, Hamilton's formulation. This is also a very simple proof to prove that the Hamiltonian is conserved. What is a symplectic transformation? What properties, for example, especially in 1D, what properties? Area preservation. Then the definition for linear map being symplectic, and then there is the equivalent for a nonlinear map here. So anything that can, from the like in any other part of the lecture notes. I will on Thursday. I'll probably send an email later. I will either on Thursday, probably on Thursday, so give you more time. I tend to usually go through the lecture notes and write down key results that I want you to focus on specifically, and point out things. There might be one or two technical proofs where I say, okay, I don't need you to know all the technical steps of this proof. So I will do that on Thursday. I'll send a message out later to say that I will go over the notes to just highlight the important parts, and that will also include, obviously, the symplectic integration part. Good. Other questions? You can unmute yourself if you want to ask. Okay, so as I said, I will have another session on Thursday, 2:15, and then I will also go over the lecture notes briefly for everybody. Okay, if there's no more questions, then I'll stop here. Thanks everybody for coming.